foundation for me to be the speaker I am today. I never understood why they made me say those Easter speeches every year and stand up in a brand new hot polyester suit with those pick and pay shoes and those Buster Brown socks. I never understood. Jesus loved me, yes, I know, and I never understood why they had me salute, hold my head up, and keep my pants pulled up. I never understood that the only reason they did it is so that I could be a prospect and not a suspect. I never understood. But I understand now that when you build foundations, we tend to maybe stray, but we come back to the greatness that was put into us many years ago. One of those individuals hails out of Shreveport, Louisiana, and he too was labeled at risk. And today, after graduating with honors from Southern University in Louisiana, see, he graduated magna cum laude, I graduated thank you, Lordy, but I graduated. And he went on to open up StarMax Media, one of the leading film and production companies today. And he's also the executive producer of Atlanta Homicide, which is a new television series coming out this fall. It's already in Jacksonville. And right now, he's known all over the country as a consultant with NBC and other networks. Ladies and gentlemen, from what we say, from remedial to remarkable, Mr. Carl Millender. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you for having me here today to be with Mr. Brown. And I just want to say something to you. Perception is reality. Other people's perception of you sometimes, and many times, and almost always, will become your reality. In Shreveport, Louisiana in 1986, I was 16 years old. Drugs, all kinds of things were coming into our community, and it was taking over our children's lives. Parks in the city where we were playing were being taken over. We couldn't go into the parks. Our parents would say, I'd ask my mom, I said, Mom, can we go out and play? And she'd say, no, we can't go out in the park because the element has come into the community. We would go to church on Sunday mornings and the pastors would say things to us and say, they'd talk about the drugs coming into the community and they'd say, we got to do something, and nothing would ever happen. A few weeks later, I'd go to another church and maybe visiting with a friend. We hear their pastor talking about it there, and again, nothing happened, nothing changed. We still couldn't go out and play. But a few years later, and this was in 1986, a washed-up comedian who had turned activist by the name of Mr. Dick Gregory came to our community, and he was in church one Sunday morning, and he heard one of the ministers say this, and he said, you know what? It's time for us to go out and do something. We all said, man, he said, we're going to do something. And he said, I'm going out into the middle of the park. I'm going to hold a prayer vigil, and I'm going to sit there in a tent, and I'm going to fast. And we were all like, what is it? What is that going to do? He did it. He sat out there in the middle of the park for weeks. And eventually, a few of us started coming out there, hanging out with him, and saying, what can we do? What can we do? He's like, just sit here, do these things that I tell you to do. And he would say, every night at 8 o'clock, we're going to hold a prayer vigil, and we would go around the corner to different crack houses or dope houses or whatever was there, and we would sing hymns. And I'm saying this to you, in about 4 weeks, all the crack houses and dope houses there closed down and we moved out. Don't just sit there. Go out and do something. The perception to the drug dealers at the beginning was that they don't really care. They're saying things, but they don't mean it. But when we went out there and we stood up for what we said we stood up, what we stood for, things changed. Take back